Yeah. You're right before the time.
I did scoreboard at WSB Wausau last night for volleyball.
That's what you were talking about? Okay. Yeah, I never got called to make from women. Well, that's what other calls, not women. So has it now or up? As of now, you're going to Wausau West. Already, they're already watching the whatever, yeah. Yeah.
I love the eagle.
Oh, yeah. You gotta do like a tempo owl and clap the whole time. The whole time.
I would.
Otherwise, what do you do with your life? You're an eagle. Fly. Yeah, you turn around and wave. Here. I love mascots, I really do. Not trained at all. But they don't have to be. You got an eagle head on, for crying out loud. You do whatever you want. Oh, ball. Hell. Oh. I may start drifting too far towards talking about him, just rip the microphone out of my mouth. Oh, man. He'll be good. Like I said, I've known him for a long time. He's a good guy.
Done by the action.
Yeah, yeah.
Who's on the other side of the bracket?
Wittenberg and WIAA.
Local team's making it. How good's Wittenberg? Pretty good?
Oh, they're okay. They're okay. CWC. The bigger CWC.
What's your guy writing season previews for basketball? Am I doing that? Me? Alright. I'll do a good job.
Okay? Yeah. You're hired. Bon Jovi, right? I finally got it.
Nothing's like it.
Yeah. Now or never.
The Eagles great. Our receivers like wide looking on the baseline.
I know, right? Yeah. And then jump up and like dive head first. Like you're going in the river for a fish.
Playing your belly.
You get loose. You can't pull a hammy on a night like tonight.
Little not sex.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
The guy on the drum set for Auburndale
Okay.
is a really good player.
restroom break and I'll be back. You want something to drink? Gatorade or water or soda? You sure? Okay, I'm passing right by. Okay.
Can you grab me a roster?
Yeah.
me and Tom. Tom King.
All right.
We have 38 people. How many do we have?
We got 41 now. Hold on, you got that on this game.
It's 41 on both.
Yeah, I know, but the Blue Jay now?
Oh.
A lot of people here.
Volleyball, yeah.
For volleyball, man.
We have some people asking if we're going to be here tomorrow night. So their priorities are there.
Yeah. Now this is nice and all, but tell me about tomorrow.
Yeah.
and the D1s don't. The D1s are neutral already tonight. So, I don't know.
Could be.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too important to be at your own home.
Our seating meeting used to be pretty intensive. If it was to host a sectional, it would be absolutely insane.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why they don't. And Stratford, the first year Stratford went to state for volleyball, the neutral site, that gets set a year in advance. And it turned out it was at their opponent, and then they just kept it there. So sectional final, the other team had a home game. A little strange. Stratford won anyway, but
Yeah, they fixed that with basketball, but
so on Saturday, Auburndale has been pre-selected already to host this sectional final.
I saw that.
Yeah. So they played twice actually. Once in a non-conference tournament. Edgar won both times. Got it, yeah, got it. Grandpa Morford.
Hey, the rim is still 10 feet high. Play 5 players.
That's right. That's right. Danny Chitwood. Right? Is that what Danny?
Yeah.
Was it? Okay. Chitwood. And we got to go to Butler. Yeah.
It was really nice.
Yeah. So, Jimmy Chitwood. Oh, the Eagles back. All right.
We're up to 70 in Athens.
We're at 100. They might kill you.
They did a pretty good job. I mean, I'm sure the Columbus people thought it was a very pro assessment or whatever. You were very high up there.
They fooled me.
They fooled me, Jerry. They fooled me.
All right, so when this clock is expired, we'll go. Clock hits zeros, they'll start the pregame announcements and be a good fan and all that other stuff. Kevin, what's going on here? The Auburndale band came to this side.
I'm almost thinking they're going to be playing the national anthem together.
Together, oh, okay. Huh.
I don't know why else they would come over.
The bands have joined forces.
Anthem problem?
Maybe. I've never seen that before.
I've never seen that either. I mean, that'd be cool if they played the national anthem together.
Yeah. Eagle looks a little sad right now.
What's that?
Eagle looks sad. The music left. Oh, never mind. Now the wings are going.
Can we put him or her in the house tonight?
If they win.
Combined forces for sweetener.
You were a key component to tonight's victory. Tell us about it.
Oh!
Oh.
It'd be funny, wouldn't it?
That's why the Wildcats got to come out here. But they were guaranteed.
The Wildcat head did not smell that good.
I'm sure not. Been sweaty for 20 years. All right, coming to you live here from Edgar, Wisconsin. We'll get these cranked up here. Jason Zaleski, Dan Ross. Can you hear me now?
I
Dan?
can.
All right, Dan. Well, this is going to be something else. It is a full house, especially on this side. Full house here tonight in Edgar. It is the 1 seed, the Edgar Wildcats, and the 3 seed, the Auburndale Eagles. Talked to both coaches right before warm-ups began, and we'll start first with Auburndale's Coach Kate Schmutzer. Kate says that we are a Cinderella story here. And this after beating Stanley Boyd in sweeping fashion in a regional final at Stanley on Saturday. So the Cinderella happened on Saturday night, and no pumpkin carriage yet. Or is that, you get the pumpkin carriage right away? I forget how it all works, but Kate is a Cinderella, she says here tonight. Kate also told us in the prior 2 matchups that she was missing key components. Her libero was missing in one of those games, both losses to Edgar, and then her middle hitter was missing as well. So we will continue our pregame comments. National anthem time is here in Edgar. All right, so as I was saying, Kate Schmutzer considers her team to be a Cinderella story here, and I suppose that's accurate, Dan. You upset the 2 seed on the road, and now you're here in a sectional final on the road, so that makes sense to me. Kate feels good about tonight's game. It knows it's certainly an uphill battle. Again, she's seen Edgar twice. Dan, you noticed the standings when we walked into the gym. Edgar sits atop the Merriwood South at 5-0, and Auburndale 1-4 in conference. Yet here they are in a sectional semifinal.
It is my first time seeing Edgar or Auburndale volleyball this year. But knowing how good the Merriwood Conference is, we're going to be in for a good one. You don't win 3 games to get here without being a good team.
On regional finals Saturday, 83%, I mean, they whip out some math here, 83% of Merriwood South teams were in a regional final. And today, half of the Merriwood South teams are in a sectional semifinal, and that includes Assumption over at Athens, and then you've got a Merriwood North team, a regional final champ, and a sectional semifinal competitor here tonight. Some of these Merriwood teams along the way, we think of Assumption in particular, and Auburndale taking care of Cloverbelt teams to get here. So just to compare conferences, I'm sure those Cloverbelt teams would probably say they disappointed and they let themselves down. But here is Merriwood athletics in action again, and this really speaks for all sports, at least in current times anyway. So that was my talk with Auburndale head coach Kate Schmutzer. As far as Edgar's head coach Evan Kressbach, an energetic young lad is what I call Evan, and he's fun to watch. You'll get a full view of Evan on the sideline tonight. He is in every play as a coach. Evan told me that he's got a different lineup tonight, that he's really had different lineups, still kind of perfecting things as it is. A key injury for Evan Kressbach tonight, Michaela Workus not available tonight. She's in jeans on the left side there on the sideline, so a big component there for Coach Kressbach is in jeans and in an ankle brace down there. But the offense and the team, Dan, goes through Reagan Borkert for the Edgar Wildcats.
Yeah, she's a multi-sport athlete. Tall, can really hit the ball. Athens has their work cut out for them.
Auburndale. Yep.
Auburndale has their work cut out for them. Just watching warm-ups, Edgar seemed a little bit crisper, a little bit bigger. But again, Auburndale's seen that much of the year. So I don't think Auburndale is going to be intimidated. I think that both teams are confident, and hopefully we got a good one for everyone tonight. I
think we do. I said it's a full house here. The view on the other side doesn't exactly do it justice. We have no room on this side. It is we are packed in on this side. It's all students on the other side, so I suppose you empty the hallways of Auburndale and Edgar high schools and you put them all here. That's what it looks like.
All students and one eagle.
It's an amazing eagle, too, I will say that. All right, we're off and running as Auburndale receives our opening serve, and Josephine Ertl on the kill attempt. Borkert will have to dump, but dumps in the back corner for the first point of the match.
Kind of a change-up to start.
Got a whole host of sponsors that we'll talk about to you during tonight's contest. You get to this level of playoffs and everybody wants in. As a matter of fact, we offered 7 businesses to be part of this game, and all but one said yes. And a block up front. There's Borkert again. Dan, I may have said this already, and I apologize if I didn't. The Edgar Wildcats game goes through Reagan Borkert.
It absolutely does.
Hopped Well, Kring's Cut Salon, Greg Gruitt's Appliance, Dorhorst Wood, After All Incorporated, and Sweats Oil, our special sponsors for this game today, plus all of our cast, our regular cast that you see on all of our Zaleski Sports broadcasts. Again, Jason Zaleski here. I'm in the middle. Dan Ross to my right. Gavin Zellick on the left producing today's broadcast. And a side out for the Eagles as the serve goes deep.
Yeah, you noticed that Auburndale went away from Borkert that time.
They'd be wise to continue that.
Yeah, and the dink went out of bounds, but it's okay. It's 3-1 Edgar after the serve went long.
Okay, so Ashlyn Grimm on the serve. It's an ace for Grimm. You know, Dan, my favorite part about volleyball, high school, college, whatever, they've got some pro leagues in Europe and the beach leagues, Olympics, whatever. Every time the ball is put in the air, a point is scored. I think that's magical.
Yeah.
It's unlike really any other sport. And that makes it why it's so exciting. And Grimm sends the ball deep, so it gets an ace, and then
back to the Wildcats it goes. This will be 18. I've got Leah Davis serving for the Wildcats. Call as many of these names as we can, even though Davis is off camera for the time being. And service error for Davis.
A lot of nerves early on,
Oh,
I'm sure.
man. Crazy nerves. Yeah, I talked about that with Kate a little bit, talking about that Auburndale Stanley game, and 16, 17-year-old kids in a big championship spot. Nerves are tough sometimes, and that was Ertl with the ace. So 2 aces for the Eagles from the serve line here in set 1, already in set 1. Wildcats and Borkert be able to dump over. Eagles a little bit out of order. Murkowski is able to keep it in. Error for the Wildcats. They'll give Eagles a point, and the Eagles take their first lead of the set, 5-4. Mentioned the audience we have here in person, a tremendous audience online. I usually tell people to go find some others to watch. I think everybody's watching. I think that message would go nowhere right now. But it wouldn't hurt. Go tell some other folks that you know that the game is on as the Wildcats are in the net. And they will tell us it is number 5, Kendall and Dalkey.
Looked like there were 2 in the net.
But 4 players, 2 on each side. Right in the net area. Middle hit for Borkert. And this will be 4 hits. They won't even hit it the 4th time. So a kill for Reagan Borkert.
But you're right about the offense going through Borkert.
Oh, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's just smart coaching by Evan Krespach. Again, I remember Evan the first time I met him 2017, so 5+ years ago. Maybe this is the 6th season then, if you're counting, right? 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, a smart volleyball coach is Evan. Borkert, tip, down.
The old changeup again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when you're able to jump out of the gym like Reagan can, you've got all those options when you're above the net. You got all the arsenal right up there.
A lot of times I find myself watching a volleyball game, and we've all played volleyball, right? Obviously not at this level.
No, not even close.
No. And you're like, oh, why aren't people spiking? And then you see someone like Reagan who's 1.5 feet over the net. Like, I don't want to play that game.
Yeah. And Reagan goes coffin corner, and it's dug up. Nice diving dig there by Ashlyn Grimm. Wildcats chance to set up the attack. Here's Borkert. Took a little bit off, partially deflected at the net. Back comes Ertl and the Eagles. Rally here. Borkert took a full swing that time. Another dig in the back row for Auburndale. And down. That'll go down as a kill for Grace Krings. My main man, EJ, watching at home in Merrill or in Indiana. EJ goes hunting for the turkey pointer in Indiana sometimes. But he showed me a screenshot. Hey, EJ, thanks for watching tonight. Tip. And Grimm sent it on the overpass. Here's a nice swing there, but a better dig in the back. That dig from Krings. Coach Krespach wanted Murkowski to let that one go, but we play on, and it's going to be to the benefit of the Eagles. As they take a 2-point lead with the Eagle mascot cheering them on.
He's getting into it a little bit.
I love the mascots. I know everybody already knows that, but just love the mascots. And this will be an ace for Krings. And Coach Krespach, you get 2 timeouts in each set. And coach is just coaching him up from the sideline. No need for a timeout, just down by 3. And he knows he can impact the game just as much live as he can in the timeout. Here's Borkert coming up. Oh, big kill for Borkert. Nothing you can do about that, Dan Ross.
Yeah, Auburndale's doing a pretty good job of getting the wall up to try to get the deflection whenever Reagan is swinging at the ball, but that time a little bit late to rotate over.
Borkert now will step back and serve. She'll go opposite. She'll go bench side. Work a different angle. Serve received by Ertl, and then back to Ertl from the back row. So different front row now for the Wildcats, and blocked up front. And I believe that was Dakota Specht. Yep, it is. She's the one getting all the hugs.
Kimberly Lundgren in the game for the first time.
Okay, so Lundgren will come in and serve. A couple of the Auburndale football players getting a little feisty over there with themselves. Good school spirit. We got Auburndale and Mondovi live on Zaleski Sports football action tomorrow. Tip handled by Lundgren. Now the middle. Oh, that was a big kill from Brianna Weiler. Rose sky high, Dan. And there is the timeout. We thought it might be coming, and it comes as Auburndale leads 11-7. Their fans come to their feet. We'll take a quick commercial break. You're watching high school playoff volleyball on Zaleski Sports.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great child care you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
All right, back here to Edgar. The Eagles lead 11-7, and time to talk about Hopped Well. Call the pros at Hopped Well Drilling for all your water needs. Hopped Well Drilling is a 4th-generation company, homegrown right here in central Wisconsin. Farm, home, industrial, and irrigation. Call the pros at Hopped Well Drilling for a free estimate. And out of the timeout, so Dan, timeout should equal side out. That's the goal, and that's what you talked about in that huddle. It did not, though, for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Wildcats had a hard time controlling the serve.
Lundgren continues her serve streak. Her Eagles lead by 5. Borkert will receive it in the back row. Ball deflected at the net. Give the Eagles a chance to set up the attack. Got a little flat-footed. And that will go deep. And the Eagles continue to impress here on the road tonight.
Yeah, the Eagles couldn't have asked for a better start.
Up 13-7, this after coming off a 3-0 sweep at Stanley Boyd for a regional final championship on Saturday. Borkert back row, Lundgren ready for it. And they go back to Kimmy. Wow, what a dig there. And tip, that'll be handled. Rally continues here at 13-7. Another dig in the back from Maggie Baltus. And the Wildcats, according to Coach Evan Kressbach, finally get the side out.
Yeah, he was all over that call. Screaming, out, out, out.
And he was right. Here's Kendall Indalke to serve. Lundgren gets it back up to the front. Specht will send over. Back come the Wildcats. And that will not come back. That is a kill for Emery Borkert. So big sister, little sister on the volleyball court tonight for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and that was set up perfectly. If you have a setter that can get the ball exactly where the hitters like it, you know, it's a kill nearly every time.
Mm-hmm. Second comes over. Wildcats were ready. Back to Emery again. Big rip and another kill for Emery Borkert. And the Borkert cheering section to our left comes alive. And a timeout Eagles. So the Eagles take the timeout, and we will do the same. You're watching high school volleyball playoffs on Zaleski Sports.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
All right, back here in Edgar, find affordable haircuts for kids, women, and men at Kring's Cuts Salon. Highlights, perms, and more make Kring Cuts Salon the easy choice. Special occasion right around the corner. Get your appointment today at Kring's Cuts Salon, located in Blinker, right next to Sweats BP, right off of Highway 10. And Dan, the deal there is you and I may not need an updo, but gift cards. They've got gift cards there. We can get a gift card, and then our special someone can get an updo or whatever kind of do they want.
It's a good idea.
It's a great idea. The kill there from Ashlyn Grimm. Watching our friends over at River Falls, they got our logo up on the screen. How about that? You were part of that phone call I made on the ride home on Friday night last week.
Yeah, yep.
And big partners, Marshfield River Falls, that game, you can find the link at ZaleskiSports.com. They haven't started yet, likely because that's game 2 over there. It was Hudson and Chippewa in game 1. So game 1 looks like it ended somewhat recently, and a little bit of a late start over there. But you can click the link for Marshfield and River Falls sectional semifinal volleyball at ZaleskiSports.com. And out. Second one goes wide.
I like the idea of having one site for sectionals like that way.
Yeah, it's great.
I remember back in my high school days, Division IV basketball a lot of times had this Spooner sectional where Friday night you would have all 4 teams play on the same court, and then Saturday afternoon the winners played to go to state. So everybody kind of stayed in Spooner, and it was a lot of fans, really good for the town. I like that idea.
Yeah, and there's no competitive advantage, disadvantage. You're all there to watch who your next round opponent will be, and it just makes perfect sense. But the D1s go to a neutral site. We stay at home sites, Ds 2, 3, and 4, as the serve is long. So I haven't done much out of that timeout. Both teams trading points. Still a 4-point contest here in set 1. Eagles would be happy to trade points from here on out, though. That would give them a set 1 win. Here is Brooke Imhoff to serve. Imhoff serve. Lundgren on the receive. And second hit was no good for the Eagles.
Yeah, just observation here. It really seems like Edgar has the expectations on their shoulders, right? They're the 1 seed. They're at home. They feel like they should win on paper, right? And they come out just a little bit tight.
And that one lands in. That dots the line.
Very close.
Very close, but Coach Kressbach not displeased with the call. He's right in front of him. So that gives me some confidence that the right call was made. Serving is Ashlyn Grimm. Second over for Davis. Eagles will load up. Rally continues. Here's Borkert, middle, got sent right back. Borkert again, took a little bit off. Here come the Eagles. Back row attack from Weiler is long.
Yeah, Edgar making a little bit of a run here. You feel like the momentum shifting just a little bit.
Yep, 3-point game. Auburndale has, I guess you could say controlled set 1. I don't know of a different way to say it.
Yeah, for sure.
And just patient play. They're playing within themselves. That's a sports term you hear a lot, but it's true. And this is still alive. What a pancake there. It's still alive. We play on. The Eagles, fantastic play from the floor. Borkert dug up by Baltus. Here's Krings. Now Borkert. And down. Coach Kate Schmutzer couldn't believe it. So like we had with Coach Kressbach a moment ago, that ball landed right in front of her, and she said for sure it's out. It's ruled in.
Yeah, the coaches are a little bit biased on those line calls.
Really?
A little bit.
Left-handed Davis sends a screamer over and punched over by Ertl. Here's Borkert, tipped in the middle. Eagles are ready for that. They've studied the Wildcats. Even though they've lost twice in this season to Edgar, they've studied. Here's Borkert, middle tip. Dug by Wolf, Sydney Wolf on that far side. We come back to Borkert again. She's got energy, Dan.
I know it.
Oh, wow. Baltus will tip and out.
Yeah, so all 3 sets to Borkert were a lot more over the net or on top of the net. And those strikers like to have the ball on your side of the net so that you can really go after it. Otherwise, your follow-through hits the net. So I think that Borkert did the best that she could in those opportunities. This serve sails out. Auburndale back up by 2.
Moans and groans to our left.
Very close.
Assumption Athens live right now at Zaleski Sports, and that is Athens 22-11 in set number 1. Dan, we have doubled that, more than doubled that audience, and here's an ace for the Eagles, and high fives all around for Josephine Ertl. Hit the coffin corner.
I'm a big fan of teams that have ace dances.
Yeah, you're your own cheerleader out there. Soft touch from Davis. Eagles are ready for it. Here's Baltus. And down. Kill for Maggie Baltus. I'm sorry, Sydney Wolf. Sorry about that. Sydney Wolf with the kill. And Coach Krusbach calls his final timeout of the set as the Eagles get to mini set point first 2016. Tell you about that right after this on Zaleski Sports.
First things first with Mid-State Technical College. Dual credit programs earn you college credit in high school. Then choose a path that suits you. Use your skills to start your career or transfer to a university to continue your degree. Choose a new career. Transition easily and quickly by upgrading your skills. Or continue your education with dozens of classes to get you on your path. No matter your stage of the game, your first move is Mid-State Technical College.
All right, mini set point, Dan Ross says. What is that? Well, here's what that is. The team that gets to 20 first goes on to win the set 90+% of the time. It's a psychological advantage and then psychological disadvantage. You see that score up there, it's 20. It gets you in a rush, so your anxiety comes up, and the team that gets to 20 first almost always goes on to win. So we call it mini set point.
It sounds like something you made up, but maybe.
It's backed by math. Yeah, it's my term. Sure. But as you know, Dan, the people, second there was called a double. People with the microphone get to say whatever they want. But we'll see if it bears out here. 21-16 now. Eagles, Reagan Lau with the serve. Kept in by Natalie Krause. Borkert handled in the back by Baltus and dug out of the net. Baltus will send over on the third. Wildcats, here it comes to Borkert. Nope, outside. Hit. That was returned, and then into the net. So the Wildcats get the point after all. Much needed Wildcats point.
Athens up 1-0 at home against Assumption.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about Prentice, also a Merwood team that is in the sectional today. They're up in Mercer.
They are in Mercer. That would be a kill for the Eagles. One of the rare games, Dan, that is being broadcast on the radio. Volleyball.
Who does that?
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. At State, they take our cameras away from us, so we'll do audio at State. I did volleyball a couple of times. It's got to be really creative. Kill for Emery Borkert, sophomore, to big sister Reagan, senior. And big sis will go back and serve.
I think we're going to see a lot of Edgar in basketball this year, maybe on Zaleski Sports.
There's a really good chance. Most of these girls are also basketball players in the winter.
Both sides.
Both sides is true. And what touch? Coach Krusbach wants there to be a touch. No touch is called, and the hit is out.
A little bit of a run by the Wildcats here, a couple in a row.
Trail by 3. Borkert at the serve line. And an ace for Reagan.
A wicked googly. No spin on that ball.
And timeout, Auburndale. We will step aside once again. More volleyball right after this on Zaleski Sports.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
Back here to Edgar. The Eagles on the loose. Greg Gruett's Appliance is a full-service appliance store carrying a full line of GE, Speed Queen, Whirlpool, and Maytag appliances. All Greg Gruett Appliance. At Greg Gruett Appliance, our focus is on service after the sale with our own factory-trained installation and service departments. Home appliances are all we do at Greg Gruett's Appliance. It's service with Wildcats pride. 20-22, both teams have expended all their timeouts here in the set. And Borkert with an ace, and we are down to 1.
If you're Auburndale, you just feel like you can't let this go away. You feel like you got to win this.
Yeah, and it starts right here with a good serve receive. Borkert will attempt to let that not happen. And there'll be a double hit
No, yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah, Coach Kressbach is asking for a block, but there was not an attack. So this will be an Auburndale point.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't touched, right?
No.
She just kind of tried to set it over, but it hit the top of the net and stayed on the side. It wasn't touched.
Yep, not a block, not an attack. It's just the way it is. Kimberly Lundgren. I for sure thought I called her Kimmy at basketball. Maybe not. Different roster, perhaps. Here's Specht, handled in the back row by the Wildcats. Tip and miscommunication for the Eagles. And we're back to a 1-point discrepancy, 22-23. Eagles, though, Dan, a side out from set point.
Real set point.
It would be. Not mini set point. Gotcha. Here's Dahlke. Dahlke's serve received by Baltus. And down kill. Big time kill there from Ashlyn Grimm. And we are at set point. Eagle fans rise to their feet to our right. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, Auburndale's not that far away.
Pretty close. Right down Highway M. You just go south until you get there. Or north until you got here. Here's Weiler on set point. Serve is received. Borkert from the back row. Eagles with a chance to put it away. Tip. Handled. Sent back. Lundgren will send to the front. Second comes over. We get a little squirrely, and the Eagles will win it. The Eagles take set one, 25-22. It'll be set two when we return right after this on Zaleski Sports.
I'm Jamie Schley. As your American Family Insurance agent, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing is wrong. Give me a call or stop by our new office location, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
Cropping Central, conveniently located between Edgar and Stratford on County Road N, 715-352-2843. Let Cropping Central take care of your field plans, yield mapping, crop scouting, and crop protection, including hail insurance. Cropping Central, 715-352-2843, and visit them on County Road N, west of Edgar.
Winter's coming fast, which means it's time to hit the trails. Bill's Service Center has all things you need to stay warm and dry on the trails this winter. With a full selection of jackets, bibs, helmets, boots, casual wear. And don't forget that Bill's is your chainsaw safety gear headquarters. Bill's Service Center is your one-stop connection for all your cold weather riding gear.
Don't freeze your jingle bells off. Get your cold weather riding gear at Bill's Service Center. Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
Thank you for helping Abbey Bank become the most highly recommended community bank.
Thank you to all of our customers for helping us be successful.
Thank you for putting your trust in us.
Thank you for your loyalty.
Thank you for helping us support our communities.
We are grateful for customers like you.
Thank you to all of our customers. We hope to see you soon.
Set one final, 25-22, and Dan, that mini set point did go on to win the set, so the percentages continue to increase. It's just math. We'll tell you about Dorhorst Wood Recycling. Dorhorst Wood Recycling of Auburndale is a proud supporter of all Eagles athletics. Dorhorst Wood Recycling has you covered for colorful landscape mulch, animal bedding, and boiler fuel. Check out Dorhorst Wood Recycling on Facebook for contact information. But yeah, it's always neat and tidy when the math works out.
So the judge switches sides apparently every
Really?
set.
Really?
He wasn't over here last time, was he?
Yeah, same guy.
Oh, I thought
That's
he
him.
Right,
They
but he
kinda
was
look
on the
the
other
same.
side, right?
Was he?
I think so.
You saying they switched?
I mean, maybe maybe not.
All right, well, I guess we can go back and check the film. So let's see.
Somebody in the chat knows.
Tell me if that's the same back of that guy's head as it was in set one. People watching at home, please send us a message. Let's see. Marshfield River Falls. We're waiting for that one to start as Hudson and Chippewa went a little bit longer. And indeed, it has started. You can watch that game live right now. A link available on ZaleskiSports.com. Broadcast brought to us by River Falls Sports. The Experience is what they call themselves during volleyball.
We haven't talked about the bracket. The winner of this game plays a sectional final to go to state. on Saturday at Auburndale, apparently.
As it's scheduled now. And hold it. We weren't ready yet.
Now we have buzzers going off.
Yeah, Wittenberg and WIAA Fremont will be the winner there. We'll play the winner here, as Dan said, on Saturday. And Wittenberg, I'm being told right now, took set one 25-17. So the Chargers, the one-seeded Wittenberg Chargers on the bottom half of the bracket.
And Wabeno up 1-0. They're going to, the winner of that matchup, they're going to get Athens or Assumption. Athens up 1-0 and 11-4 second set. So the Blue Jays look like they're in good shape, but so were the Guns.
Boy, I tell you, yeah, Columbus had it 2-0. And Assumption came with a furious comeback to win the final three. Second hit was a double. Coach Kressbach going through the mechanics on the sideline. So first point goes to the Eagles. It did in set one as well. Or no, it went to Edgar in set one. My apologies.
I'm a big fan of the visiting team right behind your bench for these even number sets, right?
Isn't that something? So the Wisconsin Valley Conference, along with some others, a couple of years ago decided they weren't going to switch benches due to some things going on in the world at that point in time. And everyone has gone back to it. Fairness, sometimes you've got different things hanging from the ceiling at different halves of the gym. I remember in Bloomer a couple of years ago, as that doesn't come over the net, they had the baseball batting cage hanging on just this side. But because of the rules 2 years ago, nobody switched, and that ball was hitting that batting cage over and over and over because it's hanging right there. The Valley Conference that I know of, and my information is pretty much just within 80 miles of here, does not switch, is the only that has decided to keep the benches the same. And Coach Don Sadowska from Marshfield says one of the reasons is so they didn't have to sit behind or in front of the other team's student section.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but students are very vocal about some things, and they really like their own team.
A lot to kill for Josephine Ertl.
They like the opposing team less.
Yeah, a lot less usually.
Nothing untoward the Auburndale fans. They seem like they're very well behaved tonight.
Yeah. What I'm trying to figure out, Dan, is the service error there. Why the Edgar kids are in red? Just some sort of badger?
Yeah, they all have white visors and hats on as well. Looks like they are wearing Badger volleyball shirts. The women's volleyball team at the Badgers had one of their biggest wins of all time last night. They swept the number one team, Nebraska, at home.
Defending national champs.
Yep. And they beat Nebraska in the national championship game and beat them 3-0 last night.
So 5-2, Wildcats on the serve. Trying to come back and get a set win, and that one is wide off the hand of Ertl. Coach Schmutzer paces the sideline and calls the timeout. We'll keep it here during this first timeout. And so we've got some more sponsors to thank. Dan, there's a lot that don't know this. During the playoffs, the WIAA charges us a ridiculous ransom for putting these games on. So sponsors come on and help us at least try to break even on these additional costs. I mean, I write a very large check.
I am aware. I am aware of this fine.
Yeah, that's what it is. So we really thank our sponsors. They're the ones who help you get to watch at home or wherever you may be, including After All Incorporated. After All Incorporated is proud to support this broadcast and all area student athletes. After All is your only call for agricultural waste handling, septic tank pumping, portable restroom rentals, and much more. After All has been serving Central Wisconsin since 1995 and can be your work home by calling 715-569-3868. So timeout for Auburndale has been expended. Again, timeout, side out. We'll see if the Eagles can earn the side out. Second comes over. Borkert turn and fire and wide. So that time timeout did equal side out.
A lot of people probably figure that Zaleski Sports is making a ton of money in these playoffs.
Yeah.
That's not the case.
No. Yeah, that's pretty funny. And then the pushback we get is, why aren't you here? Why aren't you there? Like Wittenberg tonight, the place that we wanted to go, a normal sponsor we have over there. Dan, this may be news to you. Sold the business, so we're going to have a new bowling alley to go to.
What?
Yeah, I know. So So we had to pull back because you sell the business, you freeze all your funds, and everything kind of comes to a standstill while the transaction is completed. So, yeah, schools, or not schools, usually it's the parents, block up front by Murkowski and Borkert. They batter us with emails and messages and, you know what, you don't care about us, why don't you come to our game? Playoffs, it's very expensive. Very expensive. All right, serving is Emily Murkowski. And the second will come over.
Missed opportunity there by Edgar.
Yeah, Edgar went quick. We'll see if they can capitalize here. Davis, back set. Eagles ready at the net. Baltus with the set, pushed right back. What a rally here on 7-4. Flat-footed that time was Wolf. Now Borkert, tip, got it blocked right back. They give it to Borkert one more time, gets a block right back again. And the Eagles survive it. Fantastic play at the net by Auburndale.
Yeah, big wall. And Borkert hits the ball hard, right? So when it comes back fast.
Yeah, they were ready. Here's Krings on the serve. I said in set one, these Eagles have certainly studied the Wildcats. Miscommunication there in the corner. But Auburndale has studied, whether that's looking up on YouTube or just doing their own filming or just remembering those first two games. But they're much more prepared today than they had been during the prior two meetings. Matter of fact, they're up 1-0.
Yeah, sports in 2020 much different than sports in the late 90s or the early 2000s. Every game can be found.
An ace for Borkert. Yep, there's a certain private school in Eau Claire County that believes it's still 1990 and there should be no film available to anybody.
I remember coaching over at UW Marathon in Wausau basketball and having to ask for VHS tapes, and it's just
Oh, the VHS tapes. I don't know the last time I saw one.
No. There's a reason.
Failed attack for the Eagles. The Wildcats double up Auburndale 10-5 here in set two.
Yeah, and those schools that don't want to have their sports broadcast, we get it from a competitive standpoint, sort of. But, man, it helps the kids get recognized, and it helps give notoriety to your program. It's
all the upside.
Crazy.
All the upside. And your old-fashioned thinking is like 2% of the overall algebraic problem. Misguided. But, oh, well. We go to where we're wanted, and this is one of the places, Dan. Yeah, here in Auburndale, really. But, you've been a regular around here. These people are passionate about their sports, passionate about us, and we like coming here.
Edgar always makes us feel like home.
Yeah. Free ball sent over by Grimm. And Davis may have been under the net. No call. Point for the Wildcats.
Yeah, as long as you don't hit the net and your foot isn't entirely over the center line, then it's okay.
Yeah, and I'm sure that it was. I can't see the line at all, so I have nothing to say about it.
You will next set when the official goes the other side.
Okay. We're going to keep an eye on that. Let's see, River Falls 16, Marshfield 11 in set one. So again, link to that game is found at ZaleskiSports.com. River Falls Sports helping to carry that game for us. Here, that was a kill for Brianna Weiler.
Big hit. The wall hit it out of bounds.
And email hotline coming in. And the Butt Garage has requested our presence tonight. Boy, I'll tell you, if I didn't have 18 hours work to do tomorrow on playoff football Friday, I'd probably take that up. Carrie, thank you for the invite. Keep inviting us. We will show up eventually.
Tomorrow night, maybe.
Yeah. Rip and a kill for Brianna Weiler. Are you coming to football tomorrow here?
Thinking about it.
Okay.
Right. With Mr. Tom King and Rachel Zaleski.
Rachel will be there. Yep, I'm going to Mondovi. I won't get into it here, but take it. Just make sure that game gets broadcast again. Auburndale at Mondovi football tomorrow, 7 o'clock kickoff live on Zaleski Sports. Kill there for Brooke Imhoff.
Thought about doing some field reporting at Edgar tomorrow night. Go visit the bonfires and see what's going on over there.
And they would let you do it.
I think I know what happens over the bonfires.
Well, there's one way to confirm an ace for Kendall Lendelke. Up until now, it's just speculation. You got to actually be near the fire. Don't go in the fire.
Right.
You got to be there though to find out. And I know the microphone will reach that far. It's wireless.
It might happen then. It might happen.
And Rachel and Tom be happy for it, especially if it were to happen during halftime. But you can do it anytime. It's a whole different vantage point there in the end zone.
Auburndale's got to string together some points here.
Weiler serves, received by Murkowski. And the tip, one-armed up by Grimm. Now Grimm back on the attack and blocked at the net. And the block put on by Imhoff.
Edgar just a little bit sharper here in the second set. Maybe they feel like their back's against the wall after the first set.
Kind of is.
Yep. Help them relax maybe a little bit and just play the Wildcat game.
So this will be Ashley Erickson to serve. And then Carrie also tells us it's college recruiting night is the theme over there.
Oh, okay.
That's a really complicated one.
It is.
Especially for me. You would just never know. But thank you.
No, I don't remember in high school having themes.
I don't remember any of it either. We do have a timeout on the floor. We'll take that timeout. Back for more volleyball after this on Zaleski Sports.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
All right, back in Edgar here to tell you about Sweats Oil. Sweats Oil Blanker has been in operation since 1923. Of course, Sweats Oil will help you with your fuel needs. Sweats Oil Country Corner Mart is also your drink, snack, grocery, and food fill-up spot. Conveniently located on County Road F, just a few feet south of Highway 10 in Blanker. Make Sweats Country Corner Mart your travel stop choice. So thanks, everybody, for sponsoring the broadcast. We'll hear from all those folks again later on in the broadcast as well. 16-8. Again, Edgar has stayed on a mathematical double-up over Auburndale for the last handful of points.
I didn't know there was going to be this much math tonight.
A lot of math in volleyball. It'll have to be dug out of the nets and no third hit to come over. So the Eagles, timeout, side out.
Absolutely. Maybe if the air conditioning was blowing harder that way, that ball might have been able to get over.
Well, there are some fans rolling around up there. It's a mild, late, or I guess mid-fall day, late October day.
It's going to be nice tomorrow night for football.
Yeah, which we're happy about. Rip, that was touched and a kill for Erdl.
I know it's not a football broadcast, but level 1 football games, for those that watched last week, a lot of blowouts. That's to be expected. Things are going to change tomorrow night.
Things will change tomorrow night. Things will tighten up considerably across the board. Tip there from Murkowski. Eagles fire to the back and into the bench. The Eagles able to run a few points here out of the timeout. They scored 3 straight.
Great effort trying to get that back over.
Maggie Baltus again with the serve. Wabeno Leona goes up 2-0 and trying to get a date with Athens on Saturday at this time as the scores stand now. Erdl, tip. Nice dig. Second sent over by Davis. Now here's Grimm. Eagles looking to force the Wildcats back on that back line every time they're on a dump or a 3-ball. Here's Erdl, tip. Rally continues at 16-11 and a kill. Finally put away by Murkowski.
Looks like Athens is up 2-0.
So both Wabeno, Leona, and Athens in control 2-0. That would be a sectional final on Saturday, and we've already been asked. We were actually asked yesterday, would we cover it? Oh, what a powerful slam by Borker.
Yeah, Ashley Grimm did the best that she could, but it was 2 hitters hitting the same ball, and someone has to win.
Well, yeah. And in that scenario, Borker's just so tough to deal with. And that was touched, ripped by Krings. That'll go down as a kill. Hotline continues to blow up here. Wittenberg goes up 2-0. 2-0. So at this point, Wittenberg looking to play a sectional final on Saturday against the winner of this one. We will have highlights of both Wabeno Leona and Wittenberg Burnhamwood later, either at this point, probably tomorrow morning on Facebook, Zaleski Sports. So check those out there. We've got our highlight reporters all over the state covering everything.
Probably at Auburndale. We assume that Auburndale could host their own match. We
Well,
really don't know.
Well, that's how it's scheduled now. Yeah, So how that happens, and Dan, you probably already know this, but folks at home may not, athletic directors agree. So if it's agreed that, hey, let's just play it here, okay, then everybody's pretty happy with that. If it's like, nah, I'm not a big fan of that, then it's phone calls to other athletic directors to see if their gyms are available to host. And those phone calls could be 1, it could be 20.
Yeah, and if you want to host a sectional, there's a lot of minimums you have to be able to meet. And
some rules from the WIAA.
Yep, it has to be well administered.
Kill for Kendall and Dalkey.
Auburndale, obviously, a lot of seating on the one side and maybe some other seating behind the benches, but yeah, it's a good place to take in a game.
And I said a WIAA rule, I'm going to get corrected, so I'll just correct myself now. The WIAA administers rules the members set.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's been on display here recently in the past few weeks. Dig sent right back over.
She's going to get it again. Nope.
Yeah. Went outside and too strong off the hand of Dalkey. Let's see. Let's do a roll call here. Lindsay, Tanner, Katie, Alicia, and Dan watching the broadcast. At least have commented. Thank you, Dan.
I do what I can.
Borkert's kill attempt was solved. The Wildcats will load up again. Outside. And net is going to be the call on the Eagles. I missed mini set point, but we're at 21. So Edgar in control, 21-15 now.
Yeah, Auburndale's closed it to 3 or 4, but Edgar has been in control since the start of set 2.
Borkert's serve, received by Baltus. And that'll be a kill for Dakota Specht.
Able to get it through the wall, went cross court.
Yep. The old crosser.
Yep, you got more space that way, mathematically speaking.
Geometrically. Yeah. Here's Lundgren now to serve. The Eagles need to run a few here. Tip and down. Tip by Imhoff.
So tricky.
Tricky. Dalkey to serve. Wildcats looking for 3 points here. And a kill for Weiler.
Is it just me, or has fall sports gone by really quick?
Yeah, pretty fast. We already had our first snow in the air a couple of weeks. That was on a Friday, actually. Maybe a week 8, something like that. We'll get likely to get a snow playoff football game yet. Seems like it happens every year. The Wildcats scramble, good communication. Here come the Eagles. Ertl kill.
That's our best hit of the night.
Josephine Ertl. Get you some.
And time's going to tell if Auburndale is able to come back in this set, but building confidence for set 3 either way.
So Brianna Weiler on the serve. Received by Murkowski. And the middle tip is good for Imhoff. Wildcats 2 points away in set 2. And in off the bench comes Ashley Erickson to serve. Coach Krespach gives her serve instructions. It's a numbered system. The court's divided up in a graph. Ertl, kill. Another big kill from Josephine Ertl. Like it was, though, in set 1, Dan, the next side out, this time for Edgar, will be set point. Official set point. Here's Baltus, or I'm sorry. Baltus on the serve and deep, so we are at set point. Coach Krespach goes all the way to the wall to retrieve the ball.
Yeah, he was back behind the end line before the ball hit. He wanted the best view possible of that game.
Imhoff on set point. Outside it comes to Ernle, and that went out. So the second goes out. The Wildcats take set 2, 25-19. We are square at 1. It'll be set 3 right after this on Zaleski Sports.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
At Bauer & Fine Business Technologies in Marshfield, our company has been serving Central Wisconsin since 1955. We're still locally owned and believe strongly in supporting the communities that support us. If you're a current customer, thank you. If you're not a current customer, we'd love to work with you. Let's talk about copiers, printers, postage meters, and network services. Give us a call today at 800-288-2712 or visit our website at b-bt.com. Bauer & Fine Business Technologies. Better business together.
Start your 4-year degree locally and get the same college experience closer to home? From the moment you step onto our campus, we'll be there for you, supporting your dreams, saving you money, and giving you a well-rounded academic and social experience with student housing, clubs, sports, and leadership opportunities. With NTC's liberal arts transfer degree, you can start here and go anywhere, including guaranteed transfer to UW-Madison. North Central Technical College, transferability made easy.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
All right, both teams trade set wins here to start. Auburndale takes the first. Edgar takes the second. Call the pros at Haupt Well Drilling for all your water needs. Haupt Well Drilling is a fourth-generation company, homegrown right here in central Wisconsin. Farm, home, industrial, and irrigation. Call the pros at Haupt Well Drilling for a free estimate. We've got a Haupt well at the Zaleski estate, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
All
so,
right.
Try to stay faithful to those who are faithful to us. Not try, we just do. Okay, so let's see here. We've got, I missed the sign, but the sign obviously encouraging everybody here on the Edgar side to stand and cheer.
That guy's got a nice beard. Is he in high school? That's crazy. Got a big mullet and a big beard, unless he's wearing a beard. But
well, he's got a Santa hat on, so maybe a false beard.
He might be a
here, this is
graduate.
gutsy. This is gutsy here. I believe we will win on 1-1. That's gutsy.
I wonder what the Eagle has to say about that.
I don't know. We haven't seen the Eagle in a while.
Yeah, he had his head down last set.
That's a little warm in here, especially if you're in full costume. And we start with a kill for Grace Krings. Yeah, you feel for a fully feathered eagle in here tonight, a little bit, especially if it's your first time ever doing it, which I would presume it likely is.
Yeah, we have been to a lot of Auburndale games, and we have not seen the mascot. It must be new.
Borkert. I'll tell you what, Dan, Borkert really made noise early in that first set, but the Eagles have had an answer for Reagan since then.
Yeah,
Even though Edgar won the second, they've had an answer.
Yeah, the Wildcats have done better going away from Borkart. Obviously, they build a wall. They follow Reagan around.
Outside hit for Wolf, and
in the net.
The Wildcats were in the net. So they say 12, Murkowski in the net. Coach Krusbach asks for a better explanation, gets one. 2-0 Auburndale.
His explanation was Murkowski was in the net.
Yeah, most likely. Serve received by Kress. Oh, Borkert, bang. Just when I said they had solved it, Reagan says not so fast.
That was a good bang. I thought I was watching TNT.
Man, I wish I would have had that too, the bang, because it is really good.
Yeah.
Really good. So failed attack for the Eagles. Wildcats even it up at 2. Who is that basketball play-by-play? I should know this, but I'm not in basketball form yet. You know, he does every kill there for Josephine Ertl. Does every what are they? They have Wednesday night NBA on TNT or whatever it is.
Mike Breen. Yeah.
He's good. If I were to, I don't pattern myself after anybody, but if I would, he would be a big part of it. He does a really nice job. There's Ertl on the serve. And out deep. At the last minute, Ashley Erickson said, "Ole."
I always wonder what would happen if a fan got the ball and just left and just ran out the door.
Well, from this gym, it would be their last ever appearance here to start with. So is the $12 volleyball worth that? You'd have to decide.
That's a big dig.
Nice dig by Davis, yes. And middle hit, that's actually going to be a tip for Weiler. Borkert turns, fires. The Eagles will send, give the Wildcats a chance to set up the attack. Here's Borkert, tip, got it blocked back. Nice job there by Baltus, pushing her teammate out of the way to get to the ball. Nice rally here on 3-all. Borkert, down, kill.
Yeah, that's one of the first times that we've seen Borkert really go cross court. Obviously, you avoid the wall built that way.
Yeah. The chess match. The Eagles back in the far corner over there. And the Eagles handler has a bottle of Gatorade with it. That's an ace for Murkowski. I apologize to everybody at home. I'm just such a huge fan of mascots. Remember a while ago, Capital One had the mascot challenge, and there was contests and other things like that. And they've done all kinds of other sponsors. I mean, I rewind and watch it again when they do those 30-second spots on the mascots. I love a mascot, especially in high school. Ball deflected at the net. Borkert, punch it over. Handled by Wolf. Now outside it comes for Krings. Blocked and out. So the block for the Wildcats fails. We stay tight here in set 1.
Yeah, I can't be upset about that.
No. Let's see, Brooke joins the broadcast. Hi, Brooke. Thanks for watching.
Good serve, right on the line.
Play at the net, and we blocked right back. All kinds of Eagles right there in coverage. Dump by Wolf was handled. Dumped right back by Emery Borkert. Respect. They'll send to the corner and deep.
Just out.
Just out, but out indeed. So I looked over here, there were high fives going on in the crowd in front of me. Edgar fans here to my left. High fiving like they had something to do with it.
This is the loudest gym that I've been in a while.
It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Borkert got it sent. Nothing the Eagles could do, just sent it right back. Diving dig by Baltus. Here's Wolf on the tip. Outside for Imhoff.
Another dig.
Yeah. Well, smart alert, the senior, Kendall Indalke.
Yeah, not a whole lot that Grimm could do. Did not expect that to come right back again.
The Eagles were on their heels, it looked like, for that entire rally. Borkert serve, received by Ertl.
Oh,
and,
so tricky.
Oh, the punch. You know, and Ashlyn Grimm, really, there was nothing else she could have done. So did exactly the right thing. She went to volleyball camp once. Learned about that.
Shout out to the parents, right? Going to camps and drive-in practices year after year.
Swing from Imhoff goes into the net. The Wabeno Leona Wolves, is that what they are? I think so.
I'm not sure what they are.
Well, Wabeno Leona is on to a sectional final. They make quick work of their sectional semifinal opponent. I looked earlier. I think it was Lena is who it was. The 4 seed. There was an upset in that bracket. So they will play the winner of Athens Assumption at last check. Athens up 2-0.
25-17, 25-11, 25-6.
Pretty dominating. for Wabeno Leona and I believe the Wolves.
Athens has come back. They're up 1 on Assumption, getting late, set 3.
Okay, so looking for a sweep there are the Jays.
For those that follow the Assumption volleyball team, came back from 0-2 last week.
Saturday. Volleyball is supposed to be a non-contact sport. Friendly fire there. Miscommunication. And there's nothing as a coach you get upset about. We're active. We're going after the ball. Just like for somebody to call it first.
Much better than the ball just dropping.
Correct. Point anyway for the Eagles. They trail 7-8. Oh, crafty.
Yeah, when you got big hitters, that's going to work more often than not.
Work that time for sure.
Edgar up 9-7. Erickson to serve.
Kendall Indalki is impressed here a few times, including that second hit tip that we just saw. There's Ertl. Ertl has been an offensive source for the Eagles here tonight. Sometimes, Dan, you don't have to put much on it. Murkowski didn't. A little bit like baseball, just hit it where they aimed.
Yeah, the location is more important.
So Erickson to serve again. Wildcats up 10-7. And tied at 1, so a swing set here. Ertl got that one handled. Borkert will punch it over. And a kill.
So good.
Specht. There you had a little bit of power, a little bit of finesse, and a lot of intelligence from Specht.
Some would say she has eyes in the side of her head. Able to see that opening cross court.
Served by Baltus. Here comes Murkowski. Kill.
Yeah, great set. You'll find that the teams that make it further and further in the tournament have the best setters.
You have to. That pass is critical, but that set is everything.
The pass very important. You're right.
Yeah, it is. But you're right. The set, just you tee up those hitters and they can tee off. And there was a tee off there by Ertl. Drew tells us, River Falls Broadcasting, giving us a shout out on the Marshall broadcast. What Drew maybe missed earlier was old friends. Myself, Jeff Johnson over there in River Falls. We go back 20 plus years. And we do that for each other. River Falls comes this way, we'll handle the broadcast. One of our teams goes that way, they'll handle the broadcast. Just makes good common sense. It's just good industry partnership. And we appreciate the partnership of River Falls Sports. Wildcats not able to dig it out of the net.
Yeah. The Eagles have come back.
10-11. So Stephanie checks in. Hi, Stephanie. Borkert takes a run, gets it blocked right back. We play on. And a kill for Krings. And we're tied at 11, Dan.
Love it.
Here we go, and a timeout, Edgar. Auburndale with the momentum. Edgar with the timeout. More volleyball right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great child care you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Back here after the Edgar timeout to tell you about Krings Cuts Salon. Find affordable haircuts for kids, women, and men at Krings Cuts Salon. Highlights, perms, and more make Krings Cuts Salon the easy choice. Special occasion right around the corner. Get your appointment today at Krings Cuts Salon, located in Blenker, right next to Sweats BP, right off of Highway 10. And Dan, remember, gift cards available at Krings Cuts Salon also. So for those that may not, have a haircut every month kind of a situation. 11 all. Borkert with the tip. Krings was ready for it. Back set for Wolf. Had to realign herself. Wildcats now with a chance, but they're not able to set up the attack. Out of the timeout, still stuck at 11. Here's Erdl, and off her head, and that counts, Dan. That counts. Got it sent right back by Borkert, right off of the front noggin of Josephine Erdl, and then it goes off the head of Borkert and lands on the floor. Point Eagles.
You know what? As long as it works.
Good stuff. And then with that, the Eagles take the lead. Eagle fans to our right, make noise. Students hopping in front of your camera.
Eagle flapping.
Eagle is flapping. And we've got something was happening at the scorer's table. Now it's scored away. Ashlyn Grimm with the serve. Borkert outside, hit into the net.
This is what happened in the first set as well. Edgar gave up 5 or 6 points in a row, and momentum is a real big thing in volleyball.
It really is. Volleyball is a game of runs. Each team will have some, but can you get the run in the quantity and at the right time? Usually provides our winner. It's outside for Murkowski, handled by Krings. Here come the Eagles. Wolf pushes. Borkert outside to Davis. Davis didn't get it over the net. Eagles continue to score points coming out of the Wildcats timeout. They've scored 3 out of the timeout.
Congratulations to the Athens Blue Jays.
Moving on to a sectional final on Saturday. Game to go to state. There's nothing more exciting than that.
Against Wabeno.
Uh-huh. Who was a state competitor last year, Wabeno. Different team this year. They always are in high school, but I'll just say a much different team. There were 6 or 7 seniors on last year's team. Not the case this year. As a matter of fact, if we get a downtime, I'll give some insight onto that Athens-Wabeno game on Saturday. Outside for Erdl, too deep. So let's give the insight now before I forget. I kind of felt coming into this one, Dan, that the winner of Assumption and Athens was going to go to state. Just that the quality of opponent, whoever it was going to be out of that bottom half, probably not going to give, at this point, Athens any kind of a run. They would have given Assumption a little bit. I believe tonight with Athens win, they will go to state.
That's bold.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan of either. I don't, this is just sports expert talk.
After what Wabeno did to their opponent tonight.
Yeah, I know. But that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, and it's not much different depending on the sport, right? The basketball, the sectional that is in our viewing area, this half is usually much stronger than the northeastern half.
And that one goes wide. Continue to, now we've traded points here the last few. Yeah, Wabeno Leona could have won 25-0 in 3 straight. They still weren't going to beat Assumption or Athens. Now, I think Athens probably runs away with it. Probably more of a coronation on Saturday than a competition.
Oh, we got some drama going on here.
Well, so our floor official is going to come in. They're going to tell each side that the trash talking has got to be limited. That's essentially what they're saying. There's a lot of talk at the net. A lot of talk in volleyball.
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah, a lot of talk.
Should we have a microphone down there?
we have it at times before. We didn't tonight. We'll probably have one on Saturday. But that's exactly what's being talked about here, that the talk has got to end, or at least come to a drastic halt or a drastic turn down. Wittenberg-Burnhamwood, the Chargers have a date on Saturday, at this point in Auburndale, against the winner of this game here. So Wittenberg sweeps WIAA Fremont 3-0. Highlights will be out tomorrow on Facebook at Zaleski Sports. So the winner here can get a look at Wittenberg on the highlights tomorrow. Wildcats get the side out.
Welcome Wittenberg-Burnhamwood fans and coaching staff who are now watching this game.
Probably, or will be very soon.
Yep.
Here's Murkowski to serve, and the serve is deep. So kind of just keep straddling the line here, Dan. We were at 11-11, 17-15, not really just a negligible difference. The last 5 or 6 points on each side.
I think the last 2 serves from Edgar went long. That's a good serve.
That is an ace for Grace Krings. An ace for Grace. And timeout Edgar, the second timeout, the final timeout of the set, taken by Coach Kressbach as Auburndale leads 18-15 on Zaleski Sports.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
All right, back here in Edgar, 18-15, Edgar taking its final time out of the set. Time to tell you about Greg Gruitt's Appliance. Greg Gruitt's Appliance is a full-service appliance store carrying a full line of GE, Speed Queen, Whirlpool, and Maytag appliances. At Greg Gruitt's Appliance, our focus is on the service after the sale with our own factory-trained installation service departments. Home appliances are all we do at Greg Gruitt's Appliance. It's service with Wildcat pride. Borkert and timeout doesn't equal side out. Both teams have really struggled coming out of timeouts here in this match.
Yeah, Wildcats have the backs against the wall right now.
Yeah, I mean, a huge advantage going up 2-1. So it's a pivotal set for sure. The set winner here is just one away from taking the match. And that pressure of being the team with only one win in the match really starts to mount. So this is a big one. Here's Borkert. Down, kill.
Go to the bread and butter.
You have to, right? Especially when she's on the front row, and that was her last rotation on the front. Now she'll go back and serve. So here's Borkert now to serve. And an ace. Well, yep, that's an ace. Off the standard ace for Borkert.
She's had a couple tonight.
Certainly has. Kelly says go Eagles. Hi, Kelly. Thanks for watching.
I will say that the Eagles have won the mascot battle tonight.
1-0. Outside swing was handled off the hand of Wolf. Now back comes Imhoff, and a kill for Brooke Imhoff.
Edgar with a climbing wall in the back.
So timeout on the floor. This one taken by the Eagles. We'll do the same. Back for more volleyball after this on Zaleski Sports. Edgar Family Restaurant is located just south of Highway 29 in Edgar and open 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, drink, dessert, get it all at Edgar Family Restaurant. Homemade food to fill your belly and your soul. Daily specials including Friday fish fry, soup, salad, pies made from scratch, and a full menu of choices are yours at Edgar Family Restaurant. Give back to those who support our community. Give back and visit Edgar Family Restaurant for breakfast tomorrow, then stay for lunch and dinner too. Edgar Family Restaurant is a proud backer of Wildcats football.
First things first with Midstate Technical College. Dual credit programs earn you college credit in high school. Then choose a path that suits you. Use your skills to start your career or transfer to a university to continue your degree. Choose a new career. Transition easily and quickly by upgrading your skills. Or continue your education with dozens of classes to get you on your path. No matter your stage of the game, your first move is Midstate Technical College.
Back here out of the Edgar timeout. 19-18. Out of the Auburndale timeout. Eagles lead 19-18. Rally continues. Middle hit, and Erdl keeps it alive.
Yeah.
Coming back
Great
up.
job.
Yeah, Weiler on the send. Rally again continues. Second for Davis. Ready for it was Grimm. There's Wolf. Good communication by the Wildcats on that hit. There's dig for Baltus. What a rally here out of the timeout. And deep. Erdl got a little excited. Hit it too long. Drew says prediction on location for a potential Wittenberg-Auburndale match.
Auburndale.
Well, first things first. Auburndale's got to win tonight. So no prediction. Good question, though.
My prediction's Auburndale either way.
Ace for Murkowski. I'm sorry, Borkert. Borkert's still serving.
She is.
Forgot about that. Auburndale took the timeout during the serve. And the Wildcats have taken the lead. They are at mini set point, Dan, 2019. See if it bears out. It has twice already tonight. Borkert serve, received by Weiler. And Weiler on the three ball. Davis, set, tip down. What a play for Emery Borkert. Coach Kressbach is hopping happy.
He has the gun showing now.
Auburndale timeout on the floor. Back for more after this on Zaleski Sports.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
So Auburndale uses its last timeout. Neither team with a timeout as Edgar leads 21-19. Dorhorst Wood Recycling of Auburndale is a proud supporter of all Eagles athletics. Dorhorst Wood Recycling has you covered for colorful landscape mulch, animal bedding, and boiler fuel. Check out Dorhorst Wood Recycling on Facebook for contact information. Borkert continues to serve. Borkert's serve is received by Ertl. Outside, a rip and a kill for Brianna Weiler. So now we did get a timeout side out, much to the happiness of Kate Schmutzer.
Coming in to serve is Lundgren again.
Okay, so Lundgren will come off the bench and serve.
She's done a good job serving tonight.
She really has, I agree. And they need them now. We're in a tight one here. Auburndale serving 20-21. Here's the serve from Lundgren. It is good. Imhoff, and that one dug up easily by Baltus. Tip blocked right back. Lundgren, and down. Oh, what a move, what a decision for Kendall and Dalkey. She has impressed me, Dan, all match long.
Yeah, perfect place to drop that. Especially given how frantic it was at the net to be able to sail it over on the far sideline. Great job.
And after that, Dalkey will serve. Got her adrenaline in order. Puts in a nice serve. And then with the dig in the back. The Dalkey show right now. Borkert, Ertl on the dig. They push to the back line. Wildcats were ready. There's Imhoff, and that one is a failed attack for the Wildcats.
Yeah, the timing just seemed a little bit off that time.
So we stay tight, 21-22. And this is the senior Brianna Weiler on the serve. Second, and the Eagles were not ready for it. The Wildcats, they are well coached, Dan.
Coach Evan is in this.
He's got right sleeve up. He's got his power arm showing. Yeah. Here's Erickson. Serve. Dug by Reagan Lau. Here's Ertl. Ertl down.
Oh, and the camera takes a hit.
Yeah, the game film. I always think about the game film because both teams are taking it tonight. One team will lose, and then you got to delete the film anyway. I mean, you're never going to watch it again. It's always interested me on that other side. Come playoff time. Here's Murkowski. Kill. Gets it right back. And we are at set point here in a pivotal set number 3.
Let's see if the gym gets loud.
Edgar fans come to their feet as one. Here's Imhoff to serve. Imhoff on the serve. Wildcats fans feeling it. Auburndale able to get it over. Here comes Borkert, middle, tip. Dug by Grimm. Outside for Ertl. Ertl on a tip, handled by Dalkey. On the back set for Borkert. That one right to Lau. Here's Ertl again at the net. And down.
Nice shot.
Right on the corner line for Josephine Ertl. Kitty Cat says go Wildcats.
I like it.
Kitty Cat.
I like it.
Yeah. The Eagles over there getting some much needed popcorn.
He is. This is the biggest serve of the night right now.
Well, we are at set point number 2. But yeah, it is. Again, as I've said, 2-1, worlds different than 1-2. And that's where we are, what we're up against right now. The serve from Grimm Received by Murkowski. Sent over by Murkowski. Here come the Eagles now. Krings, tip. Ready for it were the Eagles. That got blocked right back. Rally continues, 23-24. Another block. This will be a joust at the net. Won by the Wildcats. Bit of confusion for the Eagles. They do get it over.
Here it comes.
Set point 2. Borkert, tip. And a second hit is a double. And it is 2-1 Edgar. Edgar gets set 3, Dan, and it's a big one.
What a set. If that is any indication of what we're going to see the rest of the night, we're in for a good one.
All right, we will get set number 4 right after this on Zaleski Sports.
I'm Jamie Schley. As your American Family Insurance agent, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing is wrong. Give me a call or stop by our new office location, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
Cropping Central, conveniently located between Edgar and Stratford on County Road N, 715-352-2843. Let Cropping Central take care of your field plans, yield mapping, crop scouting, and crop protection, including hail insurance. Cropping Central, 715-352-2843, and visit them on County Road N, west of Edgar.
Winter's coming fast, which means it's time to hit the trails. Bill's Service Center has all things you need to stay warm and dry on the trails this winter. With a full selection of jackets, bibs, helmets, boots, casual wear. And don't forget that Bill's is your chainsaw safety gear headquarters. Bill's Service Center is your one-stop connection for all your cold weather riding gear.
Don't freeze your jingle bells off. Get your cold weather riding gear at Bill's Service Center. Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
Thank you for helping Abbey Bank become the most highly recommended community bank.
Thank you to all of our customers for helping us be successful.
Thank you for putting your trust in us.
Thank you for your loyalty.
Thank you for helping us support our communities.
We are grateful for customers like you.
Thank you to all of our customers. We hope to see you soon.
Edgar leads at 2-1, just about ready for set number 4. After All Incorporated is proud to support this broadcast and all area student athletes. After All is your only call for agricultural waste handling, septic tank pumping, portable restroom rentals, and much more. After All has been serving Wisconsin since 1995 and can be your work home by calling 715-569-3868. So 2-1, Dan, it's so important. I know I've talked about that probably too much, but I think it bears some repeating. That 2-1 now, so we talk about mini set point, the psychological advantage, disadvantage. It's the same thing on 2-1.
Yeah. Auburndale has their backs to the wall. Season's on the line, of course. No different than what they've seen throughout the season. They've been down 2-1 several times this year. A little bit more on the line here, but it's been a tight 3 games so far.
You're saying everything they want to have is still in front of them. Okay. Marshfield volleyball update. River Falls leads Marshfield 2-0 in that match.
I was trying to find the score from Mercer Prentice, of course.
Good luck.
We need some more reporters at some of these rural schools. It's sectionals.
Oh, gosh.
How is there nobody on Twitter tweeting about that game? And there's only one tweet that I can see. Prentice lost the first set 25-13, but look at the picture of the gym. 5 rows deep. Mercer High School.
I don't know. The only media coverage I knew about was a radio station, which is very unusual for volleyball. There's a nice rip there and a kill for Josephine Ertl, and we are underway in set 4, one that, as Dan said, Auburndale has got to have, or this is over. And Edgar would love for that.
And if Auburndale wins, we get a hallowed 5th set.
Oh. They're fun. 5th set tiebreak is a lot of fun for us. Some other people, not so much. Right down the line goes Imhoff.
We talked about NBA basketball a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Do you think that we're in like the golden era of NBA basketball play-by-play announcers? There's a lot of really good ones right now.
There are. It's Ertl off the block and then down. Borkert. Yeah, I thought Coach Schmutzer would come and ask if that was a legal hit, but Borkert just dominated the ball.
Yeah, it looked like maybe it was like not almost thrown, but not quite.
Let's roll the hit, and then we play on. Yeah, Dan, I don't watch a lot of NBA. I promised myself I only watch one game a year. I watch, bits and pieces here and there, probably see some highlights, but no, the announcing is really good. As the knuckle there from Murkowski comes up short.
Ian Eagle, real good.
Yeah.
Kevin Harlan.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
I might be the biggest Kevin Harlan fan.
I do like Kevin Harlan, too.
Yeah.
Our very own Chris Conley told us this. This will be an ace for Maggie Baltus. Of course, he went to Syracuse his college days. And in his graduating class, in the same program he was, Mike Tirico and Ian Eagle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He said he came up a little bit less than they did. I don't know about that. I think Chris turned out pretty good. Back-to-back aces for Baltus.
Chris is a professional. Tom King's a professional.
Yeah.
Make the rest of us look bad.
Tom King will be on Edgar football tomorrow. Chris Conley's got Mosinee Rice Lake football tomorrow. All on ZaleskiSports.com.
Tough game for Mosinee.
Yeah. I mean, they get to host, but that's probably the only thing working in their favor. Baltus keeps her eye on the ball, sends it to the back corner. Tip, Lundgren with the dig. Outside for Erdl. Erdl off of the net. Was it touched?
Yep.
Yes, okay. There was some question about that throughout the gym. Auburndale out to a good start here in set 4, 5-2.
Yep, the start they needed.
Yeah. Borkert pulled her hands down late. And she'll come up and take a swing at it. And a kill. So turned out for the best for Reagan.
Of course, with NFL football on every Sunday.
Yeah.
And I guess there's a game on tonight, but
I don't even know who's playing. I really don't.
Tampa and somebody, I don't know.
Oh, okay. That's probably why I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, the announcers are so good now. And they have to be, right? Because there's so many eyes on every game.
Yeah. Erdl kill. That was touched at the net. Yeah, and there's a lot of scrutiny on the bottom end of the NFL announcing lineups on each network, too. As those bottom ends, I mean, if you listen to, say, the top 3 teams and then the bottom 2 teams, you would think that they're not even calling the same product.
Yeah.
Just because at the top of that roster is so good. All right, timeout on the floor, as it turns out. Volleyball going on here. 7-3 Auburndale. Edgar with the timeout. Back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
All right, back here in Edgar. Sweats Oil of Blenker has been in operation since 1923. It'll be 101 years next year. Of course, Sweats Oil will help you with your fuel needs. Sweats Oil Country Corner Mart is also your drink, snack, grocery, and food fill-up spot. Conveniently located on County Road F, just a few feet south of Highway 10 in Blenker. Make Sweats Country Corner Mart your travel stop choice. I did, I guess somewhat recently, went in, got myself a soda, bag of chips. But it was all I had time for. There's more stuff in there, and you should go. So next time coming through Blenker, just do us a favor. Stop at the Country Corner Mart and just tell them thanks for Zaleski Sports. See if they know what you're talking about. Kind of a little test here. Borkert handled in the back by Baltus. Krings, that one dug up by Kraus. And a kill for Reagan Borkert. Coach Cressbox now got both sleeves turned up. He's ready to rock.
He's been in the gym. Guns blazing.
Guns blazing. You would say sun's out, guns out, but the sun set about 3 hours ago. Either way, Erdl with the kill.
Big hit.
Big hit. I said it's warm in here. I don't know how you feel, Dan. You're kind of cold these days, but there's a lot of people in here, and it was a relatively mild October 27th day. It's a little warm.
It's going to be beautiful this weekend.
Oh, really? Erdl's serve. Received by Kraus. Baltus patrolling the back row. Here's Krings. Got that one deflected at the net. Borkert down.
Just the right touch.
Yep. Gave it a little side eye.
For those of you that partake, get out in the woods. this weekend?
Yeah, sure. At least air is good. It's relaxing.
The days are getting short.
Days are getting short. It's less than, I think we're less than 11 hours of sunlight right now.
Yeah.
Which, you think of, mid-January? We're like 7.5 hours of sunlight. So, but, it's dwindling.
Yeah. Someone said it was the same as late February day right now.
Yeah, I believe it. Borkert back corner. Baltus was ready. That pass goes over. They call that an overpass, and then that one too. And Krings wins the joust at the net. They also nabbed Emery in the net. 9-5 Auburndale. Again, Dan, they've had some fast starts and have one now here in the fourth. Krings gets it up front, sent over by Ashlyn Grimm and out. So too strong. Krings will head out for the Eagles. Back comes Baltus. Dan says Mercer and Prentice 2-2.
Oh.
Thank you, Dan.
The hollowed fifth set.
Dan, are you in Mercer? That's my question.
And if so, apologies. Just kidding. I love Mercer. Got the world's biggest loon there.
They do?
Yeah.
Huh. I'll be darned. Service error gives the ball back to the Eagles. Yeah, now if Dan is in Mercer, well, he's going to be important to us because they've gone to a fifth set. Just Merriwood volleyball. That's really the only, it's more of a curiosity, I guess, at this point. Still, if we can find a score, we'll report it.
I'm going to give a shout out to Merriwood Pride Twitter account.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's a recent find by me, but yeah, pretty good stuff.
Come work for us.
Yeah, exactly. We got a spot for you. That'll be a kill for Weiler.
The graphics are fantastic.
Well, yeah, and I teased whoever the tweeter is the other day. They didn't have the kickoff temp on the football graphics yet. So now they only put that up on game day. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, now I know. Take off for Speck, kill.
The Eagles are rolling right now.
12-7, Coach Krusbach. Another Eagle point. You're going to see a timeout, I would think. The sleeves are back down. So that means timeout is coming. Lundgren. Middle hit and pumped up. Erdl not able to get there, and Coach Krusbach going to be able to keep the timeout in his pocket.
Yeah, you don't want to use the second one too early.
Dan says he's watching from home, Mercer Prentice. So that means an illegal broadcast over there that is not on the approved list. Yeah, I know, right? But who would know, I guess, besides the three of us here and Dan at home?
Facebook Living maybe from the
Yeah, well, it's not an approved broadcast. They'll get a bill for that. The WIAA will send a bill for it. And another kill for Weiler.
Everybody has a camera. Everybody has a
phone. And the funny thing is, so we mentioned before, really expensive to put these games on the playoffs. WIAA charges a ransom. I mean, they're making a killing on us. We'll talk about that in just a moment. This rally continues here at 13-8. Baltus, another dig. Bit of miscommunication there. Fans for Auburndale calling for a double on Borkert. Rally stays alive. Outside swing from Murkowski. Lundgren was there. Now Erdl, tip, down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Dan. Go ahead, Dan.
No,
Go ahead.
a lot of times when there's a set and the ball has that weird spin, it is a double hit, and who knows?
Yeah, who knows? But the point ends for the Eagles. It is a Wildcats timeout. Auburndale leads 14-8. Back for more after this on Zaleski Sports.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
All right, Dan online telling us that the NFHS, the mortal enemies of us, have that. Okay, well, fair enough anyway. So what happens is in the playoffs, you get charged a lot of money to broadcast the games. The rights fee is how that works. And if somebody's mom or grandpa or whatever has got a Facebook in the gym, the athletic director or the site coordinator is responsible for snuffing it out. And if they don't, and there's some period of time, if somebody goes live for 10 seconds, then okay, fine. But if it's somewhat of a period of time that somebody deems is worth something, the school will get a bill for it. The site coordinator is responsible for making sure that there is not any unapproved video. They're very much in need of the rights fees, it turns out. Here's Erdl, got that one sent right back, and on the hit it goes out, and the Wildcats inspired bunch coming out of the timeout.
Somebody can do the math, I'm sure, but it's $250. I want to say that 102 football games were broadcast last week
alone, yeah.
Yeah, it's a moneymaker for the WIAA, and it's something that probably wasn't budgeted 2-3 years ago.
Oh, not at all.
It's a relatively new thing.
It's a windfall for them, yeah. So this one sent over by Baltus. Served, I should say. Here's Borkert into the net.
Yeah, the ball got out in front of her a little bit too much.
The fees are set because there is some suspicion that by us being here, it keeps people out of the seats. We can tell you right here, that is not true.
No.
Just not true. What we do is we bring this to people that wouldn't otherwise be here. And it allows these kids on the court, this occasion these girls, to get some extra recognition. There is no missing seats in the gym.
Yeah.
Blocked by Erdl and down, and the Eagles, as Dan said, are rolling.
Yeah, we love people watching at home, but if you want the experience, you need to be here.
There's
it is
nothing
loud,
like this.
It is.
Yeah. We do what we can, but we can't emulate. You can't get this at home by watching this broadcast. Borkert punches it down. I mean, during the timeout, the Auburndale Let's Go Blue chant was deafening. That doesn't happen in your living room.
It was right behind the Edgar huddle. And the crowd, they were huddled up. They actually followed because the huddle moved and the fans moved with them.
Love it.
Yeah.
High school sports. You don't get that at the NBA. Here's Krings. Push by Davis. Baltus again on the spot. Outside for Erdl. What a second hit there. And Erdl hammers it home. But Dan, you're talking about that bump coming all the way from the back corner to set Erdl. Wow.
Yeah, great pass.
Katie tells us Wisconsin Valley Conference swim meet was won by the Smash Panthers tonight. Okay, thank you, Katie. It's girls swimming going on now. Borkert, hammer.
State cross country Saturday.
Yep, in Wisconsin Rapids. You can buy tickets over at the golf course. It's at the Ridges Golf Course. You go over there, you buy a ticket, they let you behind the ropes, you get to watch. We'll have highlights of it. So
I think I'll be golfing.
Borkert and deep. What a play by Maggie Baltus. Made it all happen. Wildcats can't believe it wasn't touched. Oh, and our floor official says, yes, it was touched.
Where's the red flag?
They would have to come to us for the video, and we wouldn't have it. I mean, it's, a lot happening at the net. It's eventually ruled in favor of the Wildcats. I think the Eagles kids were chanting hometown fix. Okay, I don't know. They got a pretty good look at it down there. Dug by Grimm. Set by Erdl. That one kept in by Murkowski. Outside for Dalkey. Back set. Erdl. Deflected at the net.
Yeah, Edgar was ready for it that time.
Borkert tip and she missed it wide.
Yeah. Jumped a little bit too early. Had to hit it on the way back down and did everything she could to get it up over the net. It was just out of bounds.
So this is Erdl to serve, 19-13. And deep. So here's case in point. You got Todd watching from Madison. I mean, there's no way he was coming to take a seat in this gym tonight, right? There's no way. Whether we were here or not.
Saved him a two and a half hour drive.
So thank you, Todd, for watching, and that's kind of what we're talking about. And we realize we've got a statewide audience these days, and that's why we do it. But we are not keeping anybody out of a seat here in the gym. I guarantee it. Not happening. Baltus. And Krings will send it over. Borkert goes back. Baltus there again. And a little bit of miscommunication. Krings will handle. Davis on the back set. Look at Baltus go to work
Great
again.
dig.
Here's Erdo. Back row attack. Kill. And the Eagles are at mini set point. Again, a win here by Auburndale will put us to a tiebreak 5th. All games are to 25, win by 2 except for the 5th. That's 15. That's a sprint.
Every point matters.
But we play in the 4th now. Here's Krings. Krings lines it up. Received by Murkowski. Middle by Imhoff is blocked. Eagles ready. And deep. Wolf, a little bit too much on it. But again, from this point forward, Auburndale very happy to trade points. That would give them a set win.
Yeah, somebody for the Wildcats would have to serve a couple points.
Going to have to go on a run soon. And it could be started by Kendall and Dalkey serving. Outside. Oh, big hammer. Diving dig by Murkowski off the kill attempt from Weiler. Back come the Eagles. Outside for Specht. Easily handled that time by the Wildcats. Specht again. Tip. There again was Emery Borkert. Back to Borkert they go. She goes back line. Earl ready for it. Eagles went quick. Wildcats ready. And that'll do it. It was Earl had it eat her up. Rick tells us that Mercer up 10-7 in the 5th set over Prentice. And we've got more updates for you when we come back right after this on Zaleski Sports.
At Bauer & Fine Business Technologies in Marshfield, our company has been serving Central Wisconsin since 1955. We're still locally owned and believe strongly in supporting the communities that support us. If you're a current customer, thank you. If you're not a current customer, we'd love to work with you. Let's talk about copiers, printers, postage meters, and network services. Give us a call today at 800-288-2712 or visit our website at b-bt.com. Bauer & Fine Business Technologies. Better business together.
All right, back here to Edgar. Auburndale takes the timeout. It'll be Edgar serving 2016 here in just a moment. Let's see, we had Nick, Katie. Oh, Katie, we already talked about Katie. Rachel tuning in, admiring the call of Dan Ross, and Mandy. Edgar's Morgan Schnelly will be running on cross country this Saturday. That's right, and we wrote about Morgan. You saw that on Zaleski Sports Facebook yesterday or today, one of the two. We've gone through all of our local cross-country competitors one by one this week. Bit of a slow week with no sports on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And that'll be dotted on the back line by Reagan Borkert.
This comeback is coming with Borkert in the back row.
Well, for now, one rotation and Borkert to be on the front.
Yep.
But a rotation would mean Auburndale would get to 21, so Edgar would much rather just end this one 25-20 if they could.
Yeah, I think that's a fair trade.
Yeah, Auburndale not interested. Okay, so some wheels getting tightened up out there on the Edgar side. This is Dalkey to serve.
The Eagles starting to pace a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Borkert able to dig up the Weiler kill attempt. Borkert turns, fires. Ertl keeps it in. Up to Specht. Specht, mishit.
It's a two-point game.
Yeah. Yep, it was 16-20 the last I looked at the scoreboard. 18-20. Pivotal set 4. And Edgar win, and it's over. Big hammer from Weiler.
Auburndale's got two big hitters.
Yeah, Weiler and Ertl, and they have flashed often here in this one.
Lundgren coming in to serve once again.
AJ says this really is volleyball. Yes, it really is. AJ Dillon, as a matter of fact. Celebrity sighting on the broadcast. It's no doubt it's the real one. That one blocked. We play on. No, we don't. Under the net. So under the net, that time was Imhoff.
Yeah, you're only allowed to put your foot on there. You can't put your whole body on the line.
Put your right foot in, you put your right foot out, but you can't go over it.
So a little bit more breathing room for the Eagles.
Much needed couple of points here. Side out and then the point. Second coming over. Oh, there she is again, Kendall and Dalkey.
Yep. And now Parker's going to move to the front row, I believe. Maybe not yet. We don't have the rotation sheets in front of us.
Yep. 1922. Baltus with the receive. Oh, again, Weiler. Weiler's got some ups.
Yeah, the last 2 points have been really impressive.
Eagle students across from us tell us they are 2 points away, and indeed their math checks out. Weiler.
They teach them well in Auburndale.
Yeah, dang right they do. Borkert on the receive. Outside it comes. Tip. Lundgren. Outside for Erdl. Down, kill. And we are at set point. Woo! It's been fun, Dan. It's been fun. Eagle fans, come to their feet. Set point here in Edgar in set 4. Weiler. Borkert on the receive. Outside and long and touched. So this would be a point for the Wildcats and a side out. So off the touch, the Wildcats survive it. They will see set point number 2. But Dan, they need to go 4 straight here, and Auburndale is going to call the timeout. I'd say that's a good timeout. We'll keep it here. Because right now, Coach Kate Schmutzer is just reminding her team, listen, we're going to receive the serve. We're going to make a good pass. We're going to have a set, and we're going to end it. And just reaffirming the mental part of what's going to happen next.
Yeah, very popular tactic to take a timeout at 24 points. Usually you're down when that happens, but good timeout here.
Mercer, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, a couple points to spare, so.
Yep. Mercer takes down Prentice. 15-10 in the tiebreak fifth. So the 1 seed Mercer.
Yep. Again, the top seed's hosting a sectional semifinal. Not sure how I feel about that, but that's the WIAA rule.
Except in Division I. Those schools get all the best treatment.
Yep.
Set point number 3. Erdl. And on the line and out.
Out.
Just wide. And Coach Schmutzer checks with the floor official. That official also says out. So set point number 4 coming up.
If Edgar gets this point, it's going to get real loud in here.
Outside again for Erdl. Tip, joust at the net. And Auburndale has squared it up at 4 as they take it 25-21. Dan, we go to a 5th, and this is going to be great.
The witching hour approaches.
The witching hour does approach. NFL Red Zone channel.
Bong.
Yeah, it's going to be a race to 15, win by 2 after this on Zaleski Sports.
Did you know you can start your 4-year degree locally and get the same college experience closer to home? From the moment you step onto our campus, we'll be there for you, supporting your dreams, saving you money, and giving you a well-rounded academic and social experience with student housing, clubs, sports, and leadership opportunities. With NTC's liberal arts transfer degree, you can start here and go anywhere, including guaranteed transfer to UW-Madison, North Central Technical College. Transferability made easy.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
It is a 5th set tiebreak coming up. First to 15, win by 2. Tense moments ahead here on Zaleski Sports. Again, Jason Zaleski here. Dan Ross to my right. Gavin Zellick on the production today. Holiday Layaway is back at Fleet Farm now through December 12th. Get the products you want before they're gone, and you can pay as you go. Plus, your purchase is conveniently stored until you're ready to pick it up. Get everything you need at one stop. Get it all at Fleet Farm. Yeah, Dan, there's no use taking up your basement with the stuff, your Christmas gifts from Fleet Farm. They just keep it right there. They got a big old warehouse, so they'll handle all that for you. Also, thanks to our game day sponsors, Nicolay Bank, Edgar Building Supply, Werner Insurance of Edgar, and Culligan Water, Dave Schuett. And appreciate everybody helping to sponsor these broadcasts. We will have our Nasonville Dairy postgame show coming up. We'll talk to today's winning coach and our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game. Who knows? Could be more than one, but that's what's guaranteed to come up at the end of this. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily, NasonvilleDairy.com. Let's see, Tomahawk 1 in 4, I'm being told. Yeah, that's about all I got. Those were the updates.
Tomahawk, very good this year.
Yeah, very good. They've got some tall trees over there in Tomahawk on the volleyball floor. All right, yeah, a lot of people standing. I don't know if you should be sitting right now. Yeah, at home, too, stand up. I mean, you just don't get a fifth game very often at this magnitude of the playoffs, this level of the playoffs. So we've had obviously there have been a few across the state, but we got one here. Let's go blue. Rains out here in Edgar.
Yeah, the Auburndale fans are out cheering the Wildcat fans.
And they are right now. This be Brianna Weiler. Going to serve it up. And our race to 15 has begun. Here comes Borkert. Kill.
Good start.
Yeah, you get to start with Reagan on that front row, bench side. So she's got 3 full rotations here in the front row. But Auburndale's had a plan for her for the most part. Davis to serve. Left-handed serving Leah Davis. Received by Baltus. Here's Ertl. Ertl on the front row and blocked out. So just like Edgar, Auburndale's got a hitter of their own. To be outdone. Got a late stream of people coming back from the concession stand. Get back to your seats, people. We got a game 5 going on. Here's Borkert. Oh, what a rip.
She went way back for that.
I don't care what level of volleyball you're watching. That's about as good as it gets.
Straight down.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
Murkowski to serve, 2-1. Up to Ertl and play at the net. And Wildcats will play on. Kraus to send it. Eagles set up the attack. The back set for Krings is a kill. 2-2. Nothing solved. Not by far.
Trading blows.
Trading blows is right. Yeah, 2 prize fighters. They've done more than feel each other out. It's time for the knockout.
There's a sign over there in the Edgar fan section that says round 5. That's kind of what it feels like.
It does. This is a boxing match now. It really has been, the way these two teams have went after it. Late communication, Eagles able to get it over. Borkert, middle, got it blocked back by Ertl. Borkert goes again. Dug by Baltus. Back set and went over, so the overpass right back on the Auburndale side. Here comes Krings with a punch. And joust at the net, won by the Eagles. Wildcats able to keep it alive. Here's Krings. Krings swing. Dug by Emery. Here's Reagan. And down.
A little bit fortunate there. The ball got a lot of the net and kind of crawled over.
Sometimes you just got to hit the top of the tape.
Yeah, the wheels got wobbly a little bit during that rally, but
I would
the Wildcats able to get the point.
You mentioned the monetary intake for Week 1 or Level 1 football playoffs, WIAA. We've got a math wizard out there. $25,500 the WIAA earned in rights fees in Level 1 football alone.
Yeah, there's been some talk about trying to take a round away from the playoffs. Never going to happen.
Not like that.
Never going to happen.
Not the way that video has come on.
No.
And everybody willing to do it, or a lot of people willing to do it. Not everybody, trust me. Here's Josephine Ertl, tied at 3. Jeez, damn, we've had a lot of action. We're tied at 3. Borkert with the push. Down. Yeah, Baltus and the Eagles had become accustomed to playing that back line, and Borkert took advantage of it.
Nobody has served a point yet.
Oh.
That's how it should be. All side outs.
It's been a good fifth. Here's Dahlke. Sent right away. And the back set for Wolf. Wildcats, now Borkert. Right with it, and Borkert off the hands of Grimm. And timeout, Auburndale. Again, we're going to keep it here. We're commercial free for this fifth set. So 5-3. Dan, it was the first time that a team had scored off the serve, and that gives Edgar a 2-point lead.
Coach Kresbach really into this fifth set.
Well, not surprised and totally expected. As
the Eagles back.
The Eagles coming, the Eagles lost a little momentum. It's lost a little of its flight power throughout the evening. And its handler has been keeping a pretty close eye on it.
Someone's either very tall or on stilts over here on the Auburndale fans. Legs just seem weirdly long.
Well, there's some tall kids in Auburndale. Have been throughout the years. We didn't mention earlier, both bands here. I can't tell you, Dan, how many volleyball matches I went to this year that there was not a band at all. And so congratulations to both Edgar and Auburndale for the bands being here. The high school sports and a band, it's amazing. All right, so coming out of the Auburndale timeout, looking for the side out. Krings, dug by Dahlke. Baltus, another dig in the back row. Eagles scramble, Erdl from the back, and down.
Oh, great shot.
Some indecision on the back line on behalf of the Wildcats, and Erdl is happy with that.
4 serving 5.
Becky checks in on the broadcast. Thank you, Becky, for watching. Krings with the serve. Borkert on the receive. Back to Borkert they go. She's in the back row now. 4-5. Play at the net. And I think the Eagles were in the net, and Coach Kresbach is hopping happy again.
Yeah. The set was just a little bit too over the net. The hitter didn't have much of a choice. It was either the ball falls short or you take the chance of the net and just clipped it.
Ashley Erickson to serve. Her Wildcats up by 2. And an ace for Erickson. Dan, I said tense moments ahead. You saw a little bit of the moment there, perhaps get the best of Auburndale that time.
Yeah.
It's a lot to process for a 16, 17-year-old.
Do you get 2 timeouts in the fifth game?
You do.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Auburndale doesn't take one here.
They've taken one already, 7-4, yeah, but still. And a kill for Brianna Weiler.
Well, see, that's why I'm not a volleyball coach.
One of the reasons.
Yeah, I mean, not knowing the game very well is another reason why I'm not coaching.
D. Classy says, thanks for broadcasting girls volleyball. Well, D. Classy, you are welcome. Lundgren on the serve. Borkert again on the receive. Back set for Imhoff. Baltus ready for it.
Good set.
Back come the Wildcats. Here goes Murkowski down. 8-5. And Dan, I would say Auburndale and Coach Kate Schmutzer is going to pull the trigger if it's 9-5 on the timeout.
Reagan Lau saw it coming and it was like a cartoon, like in quicksand trying to get there.
Yeah, a lot going on in the fifth set in what for one of these teams will be the season ender. Punch by Weiler is good. Or I should say it works out. So Coach Schmutzer gets to keep the timeout. Linus loves watching Coach Evan Kresbach. We all do, Linus. We all do.
He is very passionate.
Yes, he is. And, I mean, out of a coach, you want passion. It's totally okay. Erdl off the block. It's a kill.
Good hit. Auburndale back to within a point.
7-8. Again, Nasonville Dairy postgame show comes up. We will talk to the winning coach and at least one player of the game. So don't go anywhere. And Coach Kresbach's going to call a timeout. Yeah, he's called the timeout. So he's trying to get his kids to the bench on the timeout. So we saw Coach Schmutzer do this in the fourth set with the lead. This is a little bit different as things are tightening now on Edgar. But still with the lead, call the timeout and just catch our breath here a little bit. See, we got Bobber checking in on the broadcast. Thank you, Bobber, for watching. Go Auburndale, says Bobber.
Do you think we're the last match going on in the state right now? Besides for Marshfield, I guess, because it started late.
Yeah, but I think that one's done. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a 3-0. I'll double check it. I guess we've been giving score updates the whole time.
Your alma mater.
Yeah, I know. It was a good season for my Tigers, volleyball-wise. Yep, 3-0. River Falls takes down Marshfield in 3 straight.
I would say that if you told Marshfield volleyball team that they're going to make a sectionals appearance, that they would buy that every year.
Yeah, there's no shame in that. They've been there, though. They kind of have been there, done that kind of a deal. They wish they could go on. But I'll tell you, the volleyball in western Wisconsin, Chippewa, Hudson, River Falls, it's just a level above. And there's just no other way to say it.
Yep.
Here's Borkert, tip. Lundgren, and right back to the same spot. Kimmy didn't have to move. Now Erdl, down and a kill. Tied at 8.
This place is getting loud again.
Woo! It's a race to 7. And it's everything we showed up for, Dan. Everything. Again, Jason Zaleski alongside Dan Ross, Gavin Zellick producing today's broadcast. So here's Weiler's serve. Borkert receive. They come right back to Reagan. Reagan will tip. And we play on. That nice pancake there from Grimm keeps it alive. Davis will send on the overpass. Comes right over again. Rally on 8s. Here's Borkert tip. Handled by Weiler. Sent over by Specht. Outside for Murkowski and down a kill. Tied no more.
It just had the sound of the big slap on the hand.
It is a slap.
Yeah.
You get Bobber having the time of his life at home, or wherever Bobber's watching. It's Davis serve. Outside for Erdl. Erdl gets a block right back by Borkert and Dahlke. 10-8 Edgar. Timeout Auburndale. You can see that coming. So Dan, Auburndale has used all of its timeouts. They're going to ride now for what they hope are the final 7 points and keep Edgar from 5.
Ride or die.
It's ride or die right now. Edgar does have a timeout left. Coach Kressbach in his huddle, getting his girls informed of what's coming up next. I was going to say, it was a little bit quiet in the timeout. The Auburndale band perks it up a little bit.
Well, the Eagle has taken a seat, and he's seat dancing right now.
It's a long day for an Eagle in a high school gym. Because, the ceiling here is 30 feet. So, I mean, you really can't an Eagle can't soar at 30 feet.
Do you think when I visit Auburndale for basketball this year that there's going to be like a little wood thing that he sits on?
It should be.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
He's going to roost in the corner.
Yeah.
Davis serving 10-8. Lundgren, middle hit, and sent right back, and a block for Borkert. Wildcats starting to roll, Dan.
Momentum has definitely swung. It's not too late. But the Eagles got to get this back.
Davis to serve again. And the southpaw sends it. Baltus keeps it alive and sent over. Eagles scramble back. Borkert takes advantage. And Reagan getting pushed around by her own squad.
3 points away from getting the Chargers.
Here's Davis. Lundgren. Grimm with the set to Erdl. Blocked back again by Borkert. (13-8) as this one comes racing to a conclusion. Wildcats in control in the tiebreak 5th.
Coach Krebsbach telling his team they need 2 more points.
And they need 1. Again, Auburndale, no timeouts. We are at match point in Edgar. Wildcat fans to their feet. I can't even see the floor. Davis will serve match point. Here it is. Davis on the serve. And that's a 4th hit. And the Wildcats advance. They are 1 game from state. Oh.
That was exciting.
That was great. Nasonville Dairy post-game show coming up next. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily. NasonvilleDairy.com. I'm going to head to the floor, talk to Coach Evan Krespach and our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game, Kendall Indalke, right after this. Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually, that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflettieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Post-game show. Are we ready? Ready, Gavin? Okay, here in our Nasonville Dairy post-game show, Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily, NasonvilleDairy.com. Here with Coach Evan Krespach, a 5-set thriller here today. You and I talked before the match, and I said, what's new? What could be surprising? This was a good one here tonight.
Well, she changed up her rotation, and she changed up who her first server was, and she hadn't done that all season. First of all, that was our first 5th set match all season. And I thought we did really lovely. In the 5th set, we changed up our serve by 1 spot so that we could have 2 big blockers on Joe, because Joe is just incredible, and she was doing some really great things. And Kendall and Reagan really showed up and really did a nice job. So it was just it was heart, it was grit. Kudos to Kate, kudos to Auburndale. But I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud to share a conference with them.
We talked also, it's tough to beat a team 3 times. Auburndale made it really tough. They were able to, at times, solve Reagan, but you had a full team effort here tonight, including, you mentioned Kendallin. Talk about Kendallin's play and then the rest of the team outside of Reagan tonight.
I think in the first set we were really predictable. I think we were just going to Reagan, and we're a team full of hitters. I mean, Brooke Imhoff hits that line so well. Emily Murkowski. My heart breaks for Kira Anderson. She practiced really well all week, and then it tweaked it on the first play. But Emery did a really nice job, and she stepped in. Together, we are going to go far. Alone, we're going to go fast, but we're going to pit her out. And we just got to know, when we're together, we can do great things.
Each level of playoffs gets more difficult. That was evidenced here today.
Yeah.
On Saturday, you'll be in Auburndale, Wittenberg-Burnham with 3-0 winners today over WIAA Fremont. So how do you as a coach, what is your responsibility to get the girls ready for the next level up?
So Wittenberg-Burnham, they have a really springy left side hitter, and then they have a really tall right side who is a lefty. So say that 10 times fast. But we have a really good lefty that we can put on a block with Michaela Workis. So tomorrow we're definitely going to do some right side defense with a lefty and line up that block and do all that stuff. I'm thinking a little low impact day, just rest the joints. But it comes down to who's the healthiest, who's the more aggressive, and who's the smartest. And our girls are just smart. At the end of that play, Kendallin, how many dumps did she have to the campfire that were just so gritty, so great? And she hasn't done that all season, but that just comes from playing a lot of ball. So I don't know, when it comes down to it, it comes down to heart, and it comes down to passion. And I told my girls in the beginning, put your hand over your heart, and that's purpose. And that's why we play. So,
Coach, congratulations on the big win tonight. Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah, you bet. We'll talk to Kendallin next. Whoever, if you can help me track her down, that'd be a big help.
Yeah, she's crying with some friends.
Oh, she's right here.
Yes,
She's right here.
Kendi.
So we'll come over here, talk to our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game, Kendallin Dalkey. Big moments, and as a senior, you're kind of responsible for big moments out there. How do you take pride in being a senior, pride in your spot on the floor, and tonight having to kind of will your team to the win?
So my job on the court as a senior is obviously I'm kind of a setter, so I tell my hitters what's open. You need to hit this spot, try to hit this spot, everything. And in those big moments, honestly, just trying to pull through, trying to set that block up. The end of those last 5 points were huge because I have Reagan right next to me, who's a big wall, and if I can just set her up against that big outside and I can set a pin up for her, the ball's just going straight down.
Talk about Reagan a little bit, because at times here in this match, games 1 through 5, Auburndale kind of had her figured out. So you had to go to some different places. How did you and the girls talk about, we're going to have to vary it up here a little bit tonight?
Yeah. So normally we do rely on Reagan a lot, and we actually Reagan and I play club with a lot of those girls. So playing against someone, you guys, they're easy to read because you know their every move, because we played together for 7 years. So obviously going out and going those outsides, I guess, we've always had that trust between our pin hitters and everything, but we've just kind of fed Reagan in the big moments. But now, we always know in the back of our mind that those outsides or those pin hitters, those right sides, are going to pull through in big moments, and they have all throughout the season.
Last question, same one I gave to Coach last, is each game in the playoffs gets more difficult than the last. This was more difficult than it was on Saturday. This coming Saturday will be more difficult than it was today. What do you and the girls have to do to level up on Saturday night?
We just have to keep Friday, tomorrow, we're going to work our butts off in practice and just continue to improve each other and get better. And Saturday, it's really a mental game. We have all the skills that we need. We just need to stay tough and in the game.
Yeah. Okay, your microphone, camera's straight ahead. I'll count you down 3, 2, 1. I'm Kendallin Dalkey, and I'm in the house. I'm going to get out of the way.
I'm Kendallin Dalkey, and I'm in the house.
Nice job. We'll see you on Saturday, okay? All right, Edgar Wildcats taking in 5 here tonight. They move on to take on the Wittenberg-Burnhamwood Chargers at 7 o'clock in Auburndale on Saturday. And yes, we will have it live for you on Saturday. For Dan Ross and Gavin Zellick, my name's Jason Zaleski. Have a great night, everybody. And we'll talk to you again tomorrow night, a full slate of football on tomorrow night playoffs. And you can see that whole schedule at ZaleskiSports.com. Have a great night, everybody.